Welcome to another deck spotlight video featuring the 7 Warlord, Doflamingo.
The winner will define the meaning of justice.
Doflamingo is a mid-range tempo deck that excels at creating massive card advantage both on-field and in hand. Its many blockers and high-value counters make this deck have incredible defensive options, as well as apply unrelenting pressure on your opponent by protecting key warlords. Leader ability. Whenever Dofi attacks with 2 Dawn attached, you may pay 1 Dawn to reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a 4-cost or less Warlord character, you may play it rested on your field. His ability allows him to not only be aggressive with his Dawn, but also develop an oppressive board state. Deck anatomy. There are 3 types of cards that form the core of the deck: the supports, the warlords, and the closers. Supports are cards that will set up the top of your deck for future turns. This will allow you to guarantee a warlord on top to cheat with your leader ability, as well as plan out the next cards you will draw. Support cards play an integral role to the deck and should always be mulliganed for. Remember, in the worst of cases, you may also use their ability to bottom deck your cards. Warlords are your bread and butter cards that you will be playing off the top of your deck each turn to create an immense board. Each warlord is a precision tool with a purpose. Cards like Moria and Boa Hancock will assist in generating cards in hand. Kuma and Jinbei are there to sustain your board as well as punish your opponent for killing them. Doflamingo is a unique warlord that will allow you to deck check an additional time when played. A skilled Dofi player will be able to utilize the right warlord for every situation they are in. Closers are your high power threats. These cards will remove your opponent's high value cards as well as close out the game. The Sauce. My take on this deck is one that focuses on utilizing leader ability to form a field of characters able to threaten your opponent without playing cards in hand. This will allow you to retain a large hand of counters to be used to protect your characters and still utilize Dawn for attacks. For this reason, events and counterless cards are kept at a minimum while we maximize 2K counters. Playstyle. Doflamingo excels at going first, but can also go second if forced by the opponent. The perfect hand requires you to open with Perona or Doflamingo. You will use your mulligan if you're not able to see either card. This is crucial to having a strong early game. Playing a Perona turn 1 means you will be able to set up a 4-cost warlord on your second turn. Your main focus early game is to set up a strong board and aggressively protect key warlords like Boa Hancock in order for you to continue to pressure your opponent. Early to mid game is where Doflamingo is strongest. At 7 Dawn, you'll now be able to play a 4-cost warlord in hand, as well as one off the top of the deck and also swing for 7,000. Focus primarily on clearing your opponent's board of characters and attack their life second. Late game, you will either have a closer in hand or set up on top of your deck to draw on that pivotal turn. 9-cost Mihawk is by far your best closer. He will clear unwanted characters and also attack their biggest threats. At 10 Dawn, Moria is a powerhouse card. He will retrieve 3-cost Doflamingo from your discard pile, play, and set up a 3rd body with leader ability. Weaknesses. Little to no removal. Because the deck is limited with board interaction outside of attacking, Dofi struggles to efficiently remove smaller bodies and standing characters. This makes blockers difficult to deal with when trying to clear specific threats. Summoning Sickness. Warlords played from leader ability come into play rested and can easily be attacked by your opponent to be destroyed. The Dofi player will need to utilize cards in hand to protect their board. Having little to no counter power means rested warlords can easily be killed. Reliance on deck checking. Not being able to find a deck checker throughout the game will force the Dofi player to either blindly use leader ability or use precious cards in hand. Unable to enact their game plan of cheating out cards, Dofi players will struggle to swarm the board with warlords. Decklist. My list is one that I got third at Montreal Regionals with some minor adjustments. Love Beams have been added as a late game card used to protect characters or life. Jinbei can be swapped out for Teach as a more budget friendly option. You'll find the link for the full list in the description below. Try this deck for yourself and decimate your opponent. And that's all I got for you today, crew. Hope you enjoyed this edition of Saucy Deck Spotlight, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.